Blessings to you all. Welcome back to Blazing TV Review. People, these are some highlights from Black History Month. Ross Michael and other brethren speaking. Also, some highlights of the Africans in Ukraine suffering. Some serious thing going on there, people. Listen, a lady on the BBC World News and another lady giving all the info of what's happening in Ukraine to black people. How can this be in this time, people? I think they're done with all of this. Now, people, if they have been living there so long, what happened now? Why it turned so ugly? People, watch and listen Ross Michael speak.
A fire shall devour before him, and he shall be very tempestuous round and about. He shall call to the heavens from above and to the earth that he may judge his people. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made the covenant with me by sacrifice. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness, for Jah is judge himself, Selah. The Lord reigneth, let the earth rejoice. Let the multitudes of isles be glad. Clouds and darkness are round about him. Righteousness and judgment are the habitation of his throne. A fire goeth before him and burneth up his enemies round and about. His lightning enlighten the world, the earth shall tremble. The hills melt like wax at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the Lord of the whole earth. And the heavens declare his righteousness, for Jah is judge himself, Selah. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down and there we wept when we remember Zion. For the wicked carry us away captivity, required from us a song. How can we sing the alpha song in a strange land? So let these words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, over all. So let these words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, O God. So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord. You can redeem. Now, this day we celebrate as African Day. Yes, we must carry away captive in the land, all over through the whole universe. Anywhere you go, you find Africans there. You go to Japan, you go to China, you go to Russia, you go to England, you go to, not talking about the Caribbean, it's scattered all over. So here the trick they use on us. When we see one another, no, we don't classify one another as African. Oh, she are Asian. Oh, she are Kenyan. Oh, she are Jamaican. So we don't see ourselves as one. Yeah. We start to see ourselves segregated. We come from different islands. So that now bring up division amongst us. So we try to break down these barriers. You know what I mean? Because we are one. Everywhere. I went to Africa. Everywhere. More. 2018, I went to Ethiopia. I went to Shashamani. We landed in Addis Ababa, the capital of Ethiopia. And then we traveled to Shashamani, where His Majesty give to any ones in the diaspora who want to come back home. And then the Tuesday, we went to the holy city of Aksum. That's where the Ark of the Covenant is. That's where the Queen of Sheba used to reign. I also went to the Queen of Sheba Palace. I went to our pool. To me, it's not man-made that pool. When you see it, you can come to your decision. Your conclusion. We went to also the cathedral, the St. Mary Cathedral, what is Majesty building. And after that, we went to Hadwa. And if you guys never heard about Hadwa, in the 18th century, Menelik was the king at those times, and Italy invaded Ethiopia, and they was defeated in the Battle of Hadwa. That was the first time they tried to colonialize Ethiopia. Because Ethiopia never been colonialized. Two countries in Africa never been colonialized. Ethiopia and one of those other countries. So after we leave there, we come down to Lalibela. Lalibela is where the church is made out of solid rock stone. To me, it's not man-made. It's 3 different type of rocks. And I'm talking about 3-story building, you know. And when you go that way, it's rock stone. You go that way, is
for baby born. The blue smoke is a boy, and you have the white smoke, different colors, and I can put you way back. And my brother and I are going to beat these drums, African drums.
Indeed, indeed.
Microphone. Yes, greetings.
Greetings.
Yes, I came to this community a year ago, and I meet a beloved friend of mine. His name is Michael. My name is also Michael, and he also invited me here. So we're going to do some drumming right now. But first, I must say, these drums is our heartbeat. That's the first drum. And our heartbeat say 2 words. And I'm going to tell you the 2 words. The first word is do, and the second word is good. Do good. So you're going to say, how I know that? Well, when I was just a young ras, I was teaching, I was illustrating to another ras how to hold the funde, because it's 3 drums we use. We have the bass drum, we have the funde which will keep the heartbeat, and we have the repeater. Yes, the repeater sound is a high sound. So I was sitting on the top of the ladder, and he was down at the bottom, and I hear him 2 words coming from the drum. So I said to him, Shine, what the drum saying? And he said, do good. I said, yes, that's what the drum said. So I leave my hometown and go to the western part of the island to live, a place called Westmoreland. And I meet a teacher brother. His name is Mr. Jones, Teacher Jones. So he invited us to come to play National Heroes Day. So he said, want to come.
I hate to have to make this video, but mainstream media is not talking about this. So if I don't bring it to you all won't know about it. Yesterday, I did a couple of videos talking about how worldwide individuals, everyday individuals, states, countries, organizations across the board were coming together in support of the Ukraine and the Ukrainian people against Russia and Vladimir Putin. And while we're all collectively praying and coming together for the Ukrainian people are leaving Africans to die. In that video, you can clearly see the Ukrainian people locking arms to prevent the Africans from being able to get on trains. Those trains are taking people to safety. It is infuriating. It is hurtful. It is disappointing. It is denigrating. And it is demeaning. And mainstream media is not talking about this. While we are all in support of fighting for freedom, Ukrainians are doing the opposite when it comes to Africans. And it doesn't end there.
We are messengers! Take out your phones! Take out your phones! Take out your phones! We are students! Take out your phones!
That video was taken at the Poland-Ukrainian border, where there's many reports that the borders are wide open, but not for Africans. After much begging and pleading, they finally let that group of Africans in. But there's several other videos where Africans are left sitting at the border in freezing temperatures, stranded. When we talk about racism and hatred for black people, it's not a USA thing.
That if you are black, you should walk. I'm currently in Debrecen, Hungary. I got in like 10 a.m. today. Today is the 28th of February. It wasn't easy. On Friday at 8 a.m., I was on my way to Poland. I took a commercial taxi and the taxi couldn't stay on the line of cars because literally cars had been there for 2 days. And when we dropped, on the Google map, it was saying a 1 hour walk. And I was like, a 1 hour walk is nothing, if it's getting us there on time. And we walked and it kept increasing. The term walking is traumatizing me. The term walking, I walked for 12 good hours, and it's not exaggeration. The traffic warden saw me and said I should go to a shelter to sleep, and I slept. And he said the next day that there is a bus going from that shelter straight to the Polish border. And when it was time to get on this bus, the Ukrainians said, Ukrainians, literally as a black person, I even lied that I was pregnant. They didn't care. I was begging. The official literally looked me in my eye and said in his language, only Ukrainians, that's all. That if you are black, you should walk. And that was an additional 8 hours from where we were. By car, it was like 30 minutes. So we had to walk additional 8 hours. The problem isn't at the Polish border. It is at the Ukrainian border. Because you have to step out at the Ukrainian border to get on the Polish side. And the Ukrainians are only prioritizing their citizens. They don't care. They will push you. They will beat you. If you can make it, you make it. If you don't, you don't. Like, I took a nap and I still felt like I was still walking. Like I hadn't crossed over. It's not fair. Like we're just begging to go. I literally had to go back to my city after that experience, re-strategize, and took a train to money to pay, what would they do? I couldn't help anybody because I was fighting for my life. It is a traumatizing experience, and I don't know where I'm going from now. I literally have to re-strategize in Hungary, try to get my ticket back to Nigeria because it's not safe. This place is not, if your skin is